The Oura Ring, Balancing Personal Health Insights with Data Privacy by Samantha Cocking, Andrew Gardini, Jack Benschoof, and Gabrielle Anal. We did our presentation on the Oura Ring. The Oura Ring has an insight with innovative sensors on the interior of the ring. It has many benefits that it can provide and features that it tracks, such as sleep hygiene, oxygen saturation, activity, body temperature, stress level, and women's health. This is also a very stylish option if you are looking to have a tracker for these options. This has many different colors, such as gold, silver, and ceramic, to name a few. It is comfortable, lightweight, and it is made of titanium. This is also non-allergenic, and so it is sensitive, or it is very helpful for sensitive skin as well. So where does your data go? This is something you might not think of when you have a tracker or wear a tracker. It goes to an application which is downloaded to your phone. This application is something you can view to look at those different features that the ring tracks, such as the sleep, oxygen saturation, etc. But some of these applications will sell the data that it is tracking. As far as Oura goes, they truly stand behind that they do not sell the data. Their CEO is very passionate about that. There has been some rumors that there is also the Palantir employee that also is a third-party express consent, which also has some software that could have some compliance and security for government-related data. But as far as the Oura CEO and the company itself, they do not sell the user data.
Socio-technical issues in regards to the Oura Ring and our project so far. So one socio-technical issue is data ownership. And this was a concern that we thought of as a team regarding the Oura Ring, since users may be unaware of where their data is being collected, who it's going to, how it's being used, etc. Users may be going in blindly, assuming all their information is protected and confidential, and probably not doing any research in regards to that, as most people would when buying this product. It's also unclear who's in control of the data in regards to the company. They're not very clear or specific about who's in control of every person's information that is being stored daily into the ring. Most customers may not even take a second to think about where all this personal information is going and purchase solely because this is a popular item and that has been trending for quite some time now. And the company is also just unclear as to who has full ownership of all the customers' data, and customers have to allow access in order for the app to give them like insights and analytics as to what their sleep or other health patterns look like that they want to find out about. The next issue is social responsibility. It's important that the customer's health information is always being protected. It could be very harmful on the customers who have a year's worth of health information stored in this Oura Ring, and if it were to get leaked, that can make customers lose trust in the company and in the ring overall. It can also have a harmful impact on the company as well. They would have a reputation of that people's health information would be leaked, and people would not want to buy any devices from them after that if people heard about that. The responsibility also falls on the customers. It's important for people to understand who they're buying devices from and what they're allowing authorized access to all their personal health information, and just know where that is going throughout every hour of every day. And the last issue is data accuracy. It's unclear how accurate the data is produced from the Oura ring, and inaccurate data can be harmful to people and customers who are dependent on the trends of their health summary if they're wanting to make changes to their health or whatever the case may be. Inaccurate data can cause health anxiety to some. Um, some people may see their Oura Ring app and see that their heart's beating faster than usual or their body temperature is higher than normal. And this can cause health anxiety. And those who believe that what data is being given to them is true. And customers also viewing inaccurate data may make poor health decisions based off what they see from the app. And again, the company can lose its trustworthiness if the device, the ring in this case, fails to provide accurate health data that most people who wear the ring daily probably look at every day.
The Oura Ring collects a lot of data from a person and stores it on their servers. The main data that it collects is the heart rate, body temperature, respiration, stress, sleep, and activity level of a person during their day. All of this data is collected and combined to give the users a personalized score for their sleep, their activity, and their overall daily readiness. These different scores show how well you are doing for activity and your sleep, and it allows you to be ready for your day. The data can also be looked at individually with graphs and other insights to see how well you are doing. One thing that people may be wondering about when getting the ring is whether the data that they're being shown is accurate for what they are seeing. The good thing is Aura has done a lot of research to ensure that this information that they are giving people is accurate as can be. They have taken tests of the heart rate, temperature, and sleep against medical grade equipment and made sure that they were the same. They've also allowed independent companies review their data and also do tests to ensure that what they are saying is correct. This independent research has been published in peer-reviewed medical journals, which are some of the most well-respected in the country. There have also been many colleges that have done research with this ring for many different things because they trust the data that they are getting. And it is a lot cheaper for them to use this for their studies instead of all the medical grade equipment. All of this data is shown on their app that you have to download to your phone, and you have to have a subscription to use it. The good thing is, if you do not want to have this subscription anymore and do not want them to have your data, you can delete all of your data off their server so that they cannot have it if you do not want them to have it.
All right, hi everyone. I'm Jack Benshoff, and I'm here to help wrap up our presentation and really just talk about what we want you to take away from our project. So, the Oura Ring may just look like another fitness gadget or wearable device, but it really is a great example of how people, organizations, and technology all interact through data. It helps us collect information about our sleep, our heart rate, temperature, activity levels, and more, and then translate that into insights we can actually use to make decisions, like when to rest, how much to move, or how well we're recovering. But beyond like the cool technology aspect of it, it really gets us thinking about how personal data connects us to larger systems like cloud storage, the developers themselves, and even employers or researchers who might want to access this information for their own use. So while it helps us better understand our health, it also blurs the line between personal and shared data. So, kind of going into the balancing of the benefits and risk, the Aura Ring really gives people the power to understand themselves better. You can track your habits, catch patterns in your sleep, and even like early signs of different types of illnesses or stress and things like that. That's the empowering side of using the Aura Ring and using this data. It helps us take control of our health. But the other side of that is the risk. Once your data is collected, where is it going? It's hard to know exactly where it goes or how secure it is. There's also the issue of like the accuracy of the data. If the data isn't really completely reliable, it could lead people to make unnecessary decisions or just bad health decisions in general. And like my group members had mentioned earlier, there's always the question of whether companies might use this data in ways that benefit them more than the user themselves. This brings us to why it all really matters. And I decided to use a good quote here by Kate Crawford that says, "With great data comes great responsibility." And I think that really helps capture the entire point of our discussion. Every time we share personal data, even for something as harmless as just like a sleep tracker, we're trusting somebody else to handle that data and the responsibility of it, not just ourselves. It's not just about the privacy laws or different app permissions. It's about understanding what that trust between the user and the organization really means. Technology like the Oura Ring shows us that data analytics is never completely neutral, and it can be incredibly helpful, but it also comes with the ethical responsibilities for both the users and the companies behind it. So, looking at the big picture, the Oura Ring isn't just a health device, it's a perfect real world example of how data, technology, and human behavior are all kind of tightly connected. It shows how innovation can improve our lives, but it's also challenging us to think about the privacy, accuracy, and control of that data. In the end, I just want all of my classmates to remember this project is that technology should empower us, not define us. We need to be aware of how our data is being used and make sure that as technology evolves, our understanding of the ethics and responsibility around the data also evolves with it. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Before we wrap up, we wanted to leave you with a couple of quick discussion questions to think about. So, first, how should companies like Aura balance providing these really detailed, personalized health insights while also still protecting users' privacy and data? And second, to what extent should people actually trust wearable devices like the Aura Ring for health monitoring, knowing that while they can be helpful, there's always a risk of misinterpreted or inaccurate data? We'd love to hear your thoughts.